Wouldn't you love it if they finally showed up as the version of themselves that you've been dreaming about, or wishing or affirming and visualizing for? Wouldn't you love if that happened right here and now? And wouldn't you love to never have to be bothered with it ever again? Well, if you said yes to either one of those, saddle up, partner. Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. I hope you are. Or else I would love to hear in the comments the lamest excuses why you're not doing it, other than you apparently love suffering. Just saying. Let me quickly say, if you are new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and yes, I am sassy all the time because it makes me happy. It makes me laugh, and hopefully you'll find the humor in it so we can lighten up conscious manifestation and enjoy ourselves as we are all getting our desires. Doesn't that sound like fun? Sounds like fun to me. Just saying. I would love for you to hit subscribe and be my new friend. And please let me know in the comments below that you are my new friend, because YouTube doesn't always tell me. And if I see your comment, you bet your ass you will hear back from me. Okay? Welcome to the fellowship of HBICs. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, all of that information is in the drop box below. It's in the screens that just went by, including all the juicy information about my 3 channel memberships. Yes, we have 3 different levels. The first level is the exclusive lives. That's the group that gets together every Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. And we get together at 8 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. So if you've been thinking about joining, tonight's one of the groups. So it'd be really great if you joined. Just saying, you'll have a good time. All we have in that group are success stories and tips and tricks. We don't want to be brought down with circumstances. Nobody wants to hear it in that group. Okay, it's zhuzh only, good time only, and it's always a good time. We also, on the next level up, have the hot seat group, and that is the group that gets together every Friday around 9 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time, and that is the group where you can, like it sounds, get into the hot seat and ask me anything you want. It's like a 10 to 15-minute coaching call with me. And for our number 1 tier, the VIP tier, the advanced manifestors. And let me just say, if you're a, financially intelligent human, you might think about joining that one. And why do I say that? Because I know it costs a little bit more than the other 2. Because that's the group that, number 1, we get together on Monday mornings around 10:45-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We deep dive conscious manifestation. We're reading all the books. Probably every video you've ever watched somewhere, somehow, has a quote from someone like Neville, Goddard, Joseph Murphy. Did I just say Joseph Murphy? Joseph Murphy. Genevieve Brand. I'm drawing a blank. What am I drawing? Ernest Holmes. Napoleon Hill. Ichtok Benthoff. Vadim Zealand. And on. Well, that's the group that's going to deep dive. So you're no longer searching or trying to figure out who said that. I want to read that for myself. Well, we're gonna in that group. And don't worry, if you've missed a few books that we've already read, you have access to all 3 channel memberships, backup recordings. So you get to rewatch. So you've missed nothing. That's how I see it. But along with being able to get the recordings, you also get free access to the other channel memberships. So yes, the VIP, the Advanced Manifestor, VIP, the Advanced Manifestors, gives you access to all 3 channel memberships. All right, enough selling myself. So let's jump in. And I'm not stupid. I know the opening line of this video sounded really promising. Isn't it? Doesn't it sound awesome to think about never having to be bothered with relationship bullshit ever again. Never having to worry about specific person ever again. You just get to be the version of yourself that's in the relationship with the version of them that you've always wanted. They're showing up. They're loving all over you, right? Lots of love, attention, and affection. Well, guess what? That's absolutely possible. It absolutely is. And all it takes is for you to stop agreeing, believing in a reality where they are not that way. When you let all the troubles that you believe you're having, you surrender that shit. Surrender it. You see, our instinct is to want to micromanage and fix. When a specific person is showing up as a less than amazing version of themselves, maybe you are in a situation right now where you're in no contact. Or maybe you have contact and they are not the amazing version of them. No, they're showing up like total shit. They're not committing to you. In fact, maybe there's a third party and that seems like they're committing to the third party. Maybe you're having experiences like that. Well, guess what? We can change that shit. And it starts with you stopping the micromanaging of what's currently in 3D reality, or what you believe is currently in 3D. Yeah, she always takes a drink when I'm recording. I love her though. Our instinct, our conditioning, and if you're anything like I used to be, we get so entranced with the problem. We get entranced by it. Almost like in a hypnotic type of way. We get hypnotized by the reality we don't want to be in. Now, the beautiful thing is you're not really hypnotized. You're not really entranced. You actually have options. You have a choice. And I already can hear one of you saying, yeah, but Kim, you just don't understand. My situation is really, really difficult. It's really difficult. Here's all the reasons why a specific person kind of sucks. And here are all the barriers and all the things that are in the way. Can I politely tell you, shut the fuck up? Politely, hand over my heart, politely, with love, shut the fuck up. Stop with this constant focusing, really super analyzing who you think they are. Stop. We don't want that version of them anymore. We want to surrender and kick their dirty asses to the curb, don't we? So why are you giving them your light? Your light. What the hell is she talking about? My light. Your awareness. You see, you are pure, unadulterated consciousness, my friend. You are I am. The I am. You are that. And your focus, attention, awareness is like a light. Think of it as the light of God within you, as you. And that awareness of yours is expensive. It's luxury. And you've been wasting that luxurious awareness of yours on a piece of shit version of your specific person. Dare I say, you've been wasting that luxury light on a version of you who was stuck in a cycle of micromanaging and trying to fix and trying to crawl your way out of a needy version of yourself. And listen, when we throw in hurt feelings, when we throw in resentment and anger, when we throw in righteousness, and I mean righteousness from the place of you probably are very much justified in how you feel about your specific person. When we throw all of that into the pot, he did this to me, he did that to me, or she did this to me, she did that to me. And I'm sure I would agree with you that those things are shitty and you didn't deserve them. But to move past them, to move into a version of yourself that is living the life you want, it requires that beautiful liquid light of yours to move, to become aware of something else, to become aware of just being aware. Conscious manifestation is so much easier than a lot of us make it. And through our ego likes to keep us busy. There's almost a security in being busy. For example, think about all the different techniques that you may have heard of in this manifestation community. Visualizing, scripting, affirming, robotic affirming. There's some others. Embodiment. Those are security doings, busyness. They allow you to take your permission slip and decide you are who you want to be now. But some of you hold those permission slips hostage, not for yourself. You're holding them hostage with an old version of yourself by refusing to move past that version and moving your attention, your awareness, letting go of 3D reality, and allowing yourself to just go live your life and not wasting that liquid light of focus on a reality we're saying goodbye to. You see, every time we spend time relentlessly focusing, think of that's a decision you're making. You're saying, that's who I am. Now, some of you hear that and you're thinking in absolutes. You're thinking, okay, every time I focus on what I don't want, I'm making this take longer. I'm ruining my manifestation. No, you're self-torturing yourself. I guess that's self-torturing, isn't it? You're holding yourself hostage as a version of yourself. You're holding yourself in bondage by choice. But you see, you've got the magic of every new now moment, because every single new moment that happens is an opportunity to wipe the chalkboard clean, to say fuck it to the past. It's a do-over. It's a free do-over for you to focus that liquid light. I don't know, is it liquid? I call it liquid light. That liquid light of yours onto the version of yourself you want to be, onto knowing yourself as the I am, and freeing yourself from the bondage of your problems, your so-called problems. Because they would dissipate, they would dissolve, they would crumble if you would allow yourself to know yourself to be source. Or you could say the version of yourself that has the desire, whichever one feels good to you. It's a choice. So if you want to be in a position where you're not being held hostage, then today, right now, drag the focus off your problems, drag your focus off the self you don't want to be, drag the focus off of that lame-ass version of your specific person, and bring it back to what matters, and that's the I am. Clear your mind, decide who you want to be, and decide you're that now. And guess what's going to happen? Reality starts to move and recalibrate and bring your desire here. Bringing here, my boyfriend just got home, so I'm going to end the video here. You never have to be bothered with this ever again. Because every time a problem comes up, every time your specific person does something you don't like, when you bring it back to who you are as source, you wipe that slate clean. And they have no option but to show up as the version of them that you prefer. It is like magic without it being magic. It is. And you'll notice you start to feel differently. Mentally, physically, you start to change. The higher we rise, the better we feel. And when you're not holding yourself down in bondage to a victim state, to a version of you that doesn't love their life, the lighter you start to feel, the happier you start to feel. And it's not even about forcing yourself to feel these things. It comes naturally. You won't ever be a desperate, needy bitch ever again when you know yourself as the I am. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.